Hey guys, it's Liz of Crafty Inked Girl. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a plan with me for the week of August 10th to the 16th using this beautiful Lavender Fields kit from Planner Pixie Co. I just love the soft and delicate artwork in here. I love that bottom washi. Those butterflies with the flowers are just so gorgeous, and it's just really calming and soothing, which is exactly what lavender is meant for. I believe this is an older format of her kits, but it is still jam-packed with a lot of things, and I absolutely love this deco sheet. They are so awesome. And that of course is an add-on. And then I'm excited because I'm going to be trying out this Pentel Energel Clena pen. I've seen a number of people use this, and I went ahead and picked one up because I wanted a slightly finer point pen to try. And these are some foiled header overlays from Randy as well, because I think I want to add some silver foil to this kit. So if you want to see how the spread turns out, just stay tuned. So for this week's voiceover, I thought I was going to talk about the stickers, and I started a voiceover doing that, but I'm just not feeling it. So I found this self-care quiz online, which I will link down below if you want to take the quiz yourself. And for some reason, I feel like lavender is very soothing and calming, and I think about self-care. I don't know why. So I just thought I would do this quiz. It's really a question that you're supposed to rate yourself from frequently to rarely, but I will just talk through the answers anyway. So there's 20 questions, and I'll get through as many as I can. I eat regularly, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or after fasting. I would say occasionally I eat regularly. Usually I will have breakfast when I wake up in the morning, but sometimes I get so distracted with something I'm doing that I could realize it's 12 or 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet. Many days I'll have breakfast, but I won't wind up having a lunch, and I will just have dinner and then a snack later, which is probably not the best thing in the world, but yeah, so that's that. I would say most of the time I eat regularly, but not all the time. I exercise or do a fun physical activity if I'm stressed. That would definitely be no. I don't think I ever exercise when I'm stressed, and I certainly don't do any fun activities. The only physical activity that I would say I do when I'm stressed is clean. I don't know why, but I find a lot of motivation to clean or organize or something of that nature when I'm stressed. I take time to slow down and take care of myself when I'm sick, i.e. get medical care or take some time off work or other engagements to rest. Yeah, that I definitely do. When I'm sick, it stresses me out to no end, and if I was supposed to work when I'm sick, that really stresses me out, and so I usually do whatever I can to make sure I can have some time off and recover. I'm not always the best at going to the doctor, though. It really depends on what the issue is. If it's something that I'm not getting better from, then yes, I will go to the doctor, but I try to avoid that as much as I can, and I know that's not really a good thing, so don't judge. I get enough sleep. I would say most of the time I do get enough sleep. I try to sleep a good 8 hours a night. I am the type of person that at this stage in my life, if I don't get about 8 hours of sleep, I really don't function. I used to be able to function on far less, but it just doesn't work for me now. So I really strive to make sure that I get enough sleep every day. I make time to be with my thoughts and self-reflect. Yeah, I would say that is a definite yes, because I have the type of brain that never shuts off, so I have a harder time taking time and not thinking about things. So I'm always with my thoughts, and I'm always thinking about things, and I'm always self-reflecting. I am a big believer in personal growth and change, and that's so fitting as I'm putting down this quote box that says bloom with grace, because I feel like everyone needs to give themselves a little bit of grace and a little bit of leeway to work through things and to reflect on how they can be the best person that they could be. I take time to express my thoughts or feelings or have a creative outlet, i.e., writing your thoughts in a journal or expressive art. Absolutely. I am not one to keep my thoughts to myself, and sometimes that is to my detriment, but I always express my thoughts, and I do have many creative outlets. I do write in my journal. I do my memory planning, and I find creative ways to do that sort of stuff. I have some other hobbies. I knit. I wish I could paint and draw, because that would be, for me, the most satisfying outlet for creativity. But I've tried it and I suck, and then I just get frustrated, so I just don't even. So my planner and my journal are great outlets for expressing my thoughts. I say no to extra responsibilities when my plate is already full. Um, yeah, I have to work on that. I have a very hard time saying no, and sometimes I do find that I've taken on too much and I become overwhelmed and frustrated. But yeah, I know that's something that I have to work on. That is definitely a hard one for me to say no. I spend time with people who make me happy. Yes, absolutely. I spend the majority of my time with my man, and he and I have an incredible relationship, and he makes me super happy. I spend time, right now it's a little harder to spend time with other friends and family with COVID still going on and social distancing still a thing. But generally speaking, yes, I spend time with people that make me happy. I love myself and give myself positive affirmations. Um, that's a little tricky. I do love myself without a doubt. Do I give myself positive affirmations? I don't know. Probably not as much as I should. I am definitely hard on myself. I don't always give myself credit when I should, and I've always been like that. My mom said I've always been like that, and it's really a challenge to give myself that positive feedback. But I do love myself, and I try not to beat myself up too much over things that are really unnecessary. I allow myself to show emotions. Absolutely, 100%. I have a very hard time hiding my emotions, and when I try to hide them, it's very obvious, and then at some point it just blows up, and it's not good when it's negative emotion. But I am very good at showing positive emotion for sure, so that's not an issue for me. I spend time with my pets or in spaces in which I feel comfortable. Absolutely. My dog is glued to my side when I'm home. I absolutely love being with my pet. He is such an amazing animal, and he's a great companion. And when I am home by myself during the day, I am absolutely 1,000% grateful that I have him. We love going for walks, and we love cuddling on the couch, and he's just an awesome dog. And yeah, in spaces I feel comfortable. I love being in my office at my desk with my stickers and my planners and all of like my fun creative things, and I really enjoy being able to take advantage of that. So that is definitely a space in which I feel comfortable, and sometimes I go out to this little garden that I love and just like walk around and enjoy being in that kind of space. I make time to do important things like creating a budget or studying. Yeah, creating budgets is definitely not something that's in my wheelhouse. I'm not gonna lie. So I definitely don't take time for that. Studying, well, yeah. I was not the best at doing that when I was in school. I kind of winged everything and did everything at the last possible second. I am a procrastinator. I can't hide it. And it's kind of funny because I am thinking about going back to school online and starting a new career path, and I know that I will have to make time for studying if that's the case. So I better work on that. I ask for help if I need it. That depends on what it is. I'm not terrible at asking for help with certain things, and then other things I don't really like asking for help with. But yeah, so I guess it depends on what the category is that I'm asking for help. So, yes and no to that question. Okay, so before I go to the next question, what I'm putting down here on Monday, I'm going to go back and change that like after I finish doing Tuesday, because I just hate how it looks. So just kind of ignore it. It sucks and it's going to get changed. So just, yeah, don't pay too much attention to it. So next question. I spend time with people I care about who care about me too, friends or family. Yes, of course I do. As I said, I spend the majority of time with my boyfriend, and he obviously cares about me, and I obviously care about him. And under normal circumstances, like not COVID circumstances, I would get together with my mom, usually once a week for lunch or shopping or something. And I've been trying to get there, I don't know, maybe once a week or once every other week, just to spend some time in the yard. Right now I can't go in the house and it's a little challenging, and I really miss having that family time with my mom. And I miss having family time with my dad, but my dad and my stepmom live in South Carolina, so traveling right now is not really an option. So I spend as much time as is possible under the circumstances with people I care about. I unplug from harmful social media. Well, I'm not really plugged into any harmful social media, and I try my best not to follow things that are too political or things like that. Like for me, social media should be about positivity. It should be about the community that I'm part of in that particular social media aspect, like the planner community. And I try really hard to just glaze over things that are negative or that will take you down a rabbit hole that is just not a good place to be, if that makes sense. I make quiet time for myself to complete necessary tasks. Um, I mean, I guess I don't know I don't know what they're considering necessary tasks. I make quiet time for myself to work on my planner and my YouTube videos and things like that. It's been a little bit challenging these days to do that with the kids here because they are using our office as their room, so I can really just take the time when I can, but typically speaking, I take the time for those things. Otherwise, I don't really have too many other necessary tasks, but I do make quiet time for myself for things that I want to do, like read or knit, or as I said, work on my planner and my videos. I take time to chat and get to know others, coworkers, students, neighbors, etc. I would say yes. I always felt like I tried to get to know people that I work with and chat with them and just kind of have a good working relationship with people. I will talk to my neighbors if I see them. I like to make small talk. So yeah, I might not want to be best friends with people, but I definitely try to get to know people at least a tiny bit and know who's around me. I set boundaries in my relationships with my partner, family, and friends. That's a hard one for me. I'm able to set certain boundaries in certain aspects of my life, and then there are other aspects where I have a very hard time expressing how I feel about things or saying that something doesn't work for me, or I'm not comfortable or happy about something, or whatever the case is. So I think it really depends on the situation. I take deep breaths if I find myself getting overwhelmed and take time to tend to those emotions. I would say yes, most of the time I try to do that. I do suffer from anxiety and occasional panic attacks, and it's very hard to ignore those emotions when I have them, and I will try to work through them by either calling my boyfriend or my mom, or whatever, whoever I feel I could talk to about whatever it is that I am getting overwhelmed about, because it is really not the most fun feeling to sit there like having panic and anxiety. I'm sure some of you out there feel the same way. I know I'm not the only one that suffers from that. So the last question, and I'm actually surprised I'm only halfway done with my spread, so I guess I'll talk about the stickers for the rest of this voiceover. But the last question is, I strive for balance among work, family, relationships, play, and rest. I say yes. I always strive for balance because I feel like life can't be all of one thing or another, and I know most people have a hard time balancing work with everything else, and I always feel it's important to have a break from work, and also at the same time to be able to rest but while enjoying life. Like, I'm always a firm believer in actually living and not just merely existing, and I feel like if you go to work, come home, go to sleep, hit repeat, like, you're just existing, and life is about your collective experiences, and things don't have to be fancy or extravagant to have experiences and to be fulfilled. But if you don't allow yourself the time to have those things, then you just kind of walk through life existing, and I am not okay with that. So I've always really been a firm believer in trying to find that balance. So yeah, so that is the whole quiz. I really thought that I would get to talk through a bit more of this spread with that, but since I'm not, I guess I will just go ahead and talk about the rest of this week. It's been fairly low-key. It's the first full week that the kiddos are here with us, and we've been kind of exhausted because the previous weekend and Monday was very long, and it was a little bit of an adjustment getting settled in, and we kind of have to keep it low-key for the first 2 weeks since they came from out of state. So really there hasn't been a whole heck of a lot going on, but Thursday I managed to have some quiet time in my office, and I worked on filming this I think that was last week's Plan With Me that I finally got to film. Or no, maybe not. No, I'm wrong. I did start filming this Plan With Me, and then I had some cleaning and other things to do, so I got that done later in the afternoon. I had to do some dishes and vacuum and stuff like that. It's a lot when you've got 2 extra people in your apartment, and I'm sorry that I didn't realize I was out of frame filling on the top of Friday, but I just put another deco piece from the kit with a chair and blanket icon from Crafts by Towie with a Lazy Day script from Kinsey's Creations, because Friday was just kind of, not much going on, and then just took a walk and got some Starbucks, and that was really it for the earlier part of the day. And then in the evening we just had an early dinner, and then Dave and I took a walk, and I love that a new little sneaker icon I got from the Pretty Pink Co, and I'm using a Walk with Dave script from Kinsey's Creations. And then later that evening I did my nails. I finally gave myself a pedicure, which was much needed after a couple of weeks, and then just really relaxed for the rest of the night. So on Saturday, I am just going to white out that line, and then I'm going to use another half box vertically and put another piece of deco on the top like I did on Tuesday with the rose colored days bows divider accent there. I love how that looks on its side. I've never tried that before, but I'm really happy with how it looks. And then another honey inked flourish, and just filling in that we slept in Saturday and made breakfast, and then just using some more deco from the kit to mark that we just hung out as a family on Saturday. It was a really nice day, so we went for a walk and just enjoyed being outside a little bit, and it was fairly low key. And that family time script is from Kinsey's Creation. And then I'm just using another label from the kit and a watch TV script from Kinsey's Creations and a TV icon from Harriet Wright Designs with a little foiled bow from Sadie Stickers, just to march that we spent the rest of the evening watching TV and relaxing. And then on a Sunday, I'm just going to put this movie marquee at the bottom because I wanted to make sure that I had enough room for it, because we had a pizza night and watched a movie. And then I'm using some deco from the kit with a Crafts by Towie pillow icon and a Namaste in bed script from Kinsey's Creations, because it was a rainy, crappy day and we all just slept in, and we were all being lazy, and then got up and made some coffee and spent most of the afternoon just kind of sitting around and watching TV. And I'm using that really cute coffee cup from Harriet Wright Designs. And then I'm just using another label from the kit with the Don't Forget script, because I wanted to go to Petco to get my dog food, and it's his birthday on Monday, and I wanted to get him a new toy. So there's my completed spread. I love how it came out. It's just so soft and delicate. I will link all of the shops used in the description below, and if you have any questions about what I did before I started talking about the spread, just comment. Hope you stay safe and stay healthy. Have a great day. Bye.